Hi everybody! So I know I haven't been here in a long time. I had computer problems and blah 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 blah. Long story, but I've got another computer and I'm back, and this is actually the Tuesday night video. I've got so much response from that Tuesday night relationship video and so many questions asked that I'm thinking about making this a regular venue over here. Only not just doing it Tuesdays. Like every time I get a question, well, right now I've got like 10 questions backed up, but you know what I mean, doing it regular, like every couple days, every second or third day, uploading another video, answering another question. Because that way I'm not trying to cram 3 or 4 questions into one video. Because the last time that I did it, which was, oh God, 5 weeks ago now, but I'm going to do it regular now, like I said, I put a few in there, and you know, I had to edit so much. So I'm thinking that if I did it video for video, like a video for each question, then it would give me more time to answer the question properly in the way that it deserves to be answered instead of just rushing through. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing this for a while over here. If you don't like the idea, if you think, Tracy, like, don't do it because nobody's going to watch, let me know. But for now, this is what I plan on doing over here. Now, our first question comes from an anonymous viewer. Now, a year and a half ago, her and her boyfriend broke up. She actually left him for another guy. So see, her friends didn't like him, so they kind of told her that he was cheating on her. Later, she finds out he wasn't cheating on her at all. And she knows these other girls weren't her friends for doing that, but you know, what's done is done, and she's broke up with the guy. So her and this guy have discussed this, and she's not really sure if he's clear that she needs some sort of closure in the matter. She really wants to be friends with him, but she feels like there's something between them, like maybe him not forgiving her, that is keeping them from having this friendship. And the more she thinks about it, she has a really hard time forgiving herself, and she just hasn't let go of the past. She's having a hard time letting go of the past. So anonymous. The real problem is that, you know, you kind of put your friends ahead of your boyfriend, and that is something a lot of people will do, but you didn't listen to his side and later found out that your friends had lied after you had already left this guy for another guy. I don't think it's that he didn't forgive you for taking your friend's advice. I think it's that he didn't forgive you for leaving him for another guy. If he hasn't forgiven you, he very well may have forgiven you. I mean, we're all our own worst enemies, and we all tend to be harder on ourselves than anybody is on us. So he may have forgiven you. He may have, I don't know if he's moved on yet or anything, but if he hasn't, I would think the hardest thing for a guy would be that you left him for another guy, because that's a major ego bruiser right there. You know, so he may not even care that you listen to your friends. It's just you left him for another guy, and that's very, very hard on a guy. If he hasn't given you, will he? They say time heals all wounds, and it will get easier for him over time. It may be very difficult for you guys to develop a very close friendship, and if you do, you have to understand that it's going to be very hard for him to trust, because, you know, he trusted that you were his girlfriend and you left him for another guy. So you broke his trust. Earning that back is going to be very hard, and that's exactly, if you want his trust ever again, is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to earn it back. Trust doesn't have to be given. You have to earn it, and you're going to have to work very hard at that. You guys may have to start over fresh from the very beginning, from the hello, my name is. It's pretty much, and you'll be lucky if you can get past that doing that. That's pretty much where you're at this point, though. If you want him to trust you again, you're going to have to earn it. You may have to begin your whole friendship over again, from the bare bones, and develop it from there and hope for the best. As for forgiving yourself, what's done is done. What's in the past is in the past. You cannot go back in time to correct that. I wish time travel did exist. That would be a wonderful thing, and I'll tell you, there's lots of times that it would have helped me. But there's no way to do that. So basically, all you can do is just believe that you did what you thought was best at the time. You know, you thought your friends were being good friends. You thought they were coming to you out of concern for you when they told you that he was cheating. You honestly, in your heart, believed that you were doing the absolute right thing at that point in time. And nobody can ever ask you to do more than your best, or you know what I'm saying here. So because you believe that you were doing the right thing by breaking up with him, you know, you should be able to forgive yourself for that. For the leaving him for another guy, you know what? Do you know how many people have done that? You aren't the first, and you won't be the last, okay? So you've got to stop beating yourself up. You've got to forgive yourself. You've got to leave the past in the past and move on. Because, oh God, okay, you guys, there is a quote from a song that will not leave my head alone, so I've got to say it, and you're all going to laugh at me, but it is Dionne Warwick's I've Never Loved This Way Before, or I know I'll never love this way again, or something like that. But anyway, the line is, only a fool will lose tomorrow by holding on to yesterday. Okay, so finally I got that spit it. So yeah, don't hold on to yesterday. Don't live in the past. There's no point in that. You've got to move forward to the future. You've got to let the past go. You've got to forgive yourself. You should take a piece of paper, start writing all the good things about yourself. I think I mentioned this in the last one. It can be things like, I was nice to people today. I like that I'm nice to people. I like that I help people. Things like that. And start filling it out over the course of a couple days. Every time you think of something that you like about yourself, you will find that you will start to feel better about yourself, and in a sense maybe start forgiving yourself over time if you do this. Forgiving yourself is never easy. There are things that I don't know if I've ever completely forgiven myself for, but I think if you can forget them, if you can leave them in the past and move forward and be a better person because of it, because it's what we've done and where we've been that makes us who we are. So, you know, because of that experience, you have grown and you have become a better person because of it. So consider it a learning experience, move on, forgive yourself, take care of yourself. If anybody else has any tips for Anonymous to help her get over everything and to help her forgive herself, please put it in the comments below. On my other channel, my makeup channel, we're also having a Tuesday night chat. So if you'd like to pop over and see what all the girls are talking about, just pop on over there. I'll put a link or an annotation somewhere around here, probably here, and I'll put the link in the ender bar, and we'll be glad to see you over there. So anyway, remember, I'm going to be doing this venue on this channel for a while now because I've got so many questions. And if you have any relationship questions that you would like me to discuss on this channel, please private message me or send them to me and I will be glad to answer them for you. Anyway, until next time, talk to you later.